Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 24th of December, 2019, Christmas Eve. It's about 6 p.m. when I'm recording this, and it's been a very quiet day, as to be expected at this time of the year. This is just my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the charts that we're trading during the week on the high probability and the Mod MACD methods. More high probability than Mod MACD these days. And we'll also have a quick look at news and the spreadsheets in the Facebook group. So we'll start with the news because that won't take long at all. This is the week starting Monday the 23rd of December. As you can see, that was the one and only, on Monday was the one and only high impact news event. The rest of the week is all about Christmas. The UK, the US, Australia, New Zealand, I'm pretty sure Japan, a few other, obviously a lot of European countries all celebrate Christmas. So it's basically everything's been shut down and very quiet. So there's not much in the way there. As the next thing is this Treasury currency report out of the US on tomorrow. I can't see it, but who knows. All right, so let's have a quick look at the Facebook group. So the JAGfx Facebook group, everyone's allowed to join. Anyone that applies, it's private. The main thing is, if you come here, guys, just make sure you read Christina's top pinned post, because that tells you where everything is. You can just open it up, read more. Basically, it tells you to go over here to the left where it says files and click on that, and that will take you to all the resources, FAQs, the shared spreadsheets, trade results that I always talk about, the spreadsheets, and also, well, there's a trader's prayer doc up there, don't I? Telegram links, scripts, custom indicators, trade screenshots, which I post every day. They're all saved in share folders you can access. So that's just in the JAGfx Facebook group. So welcome to all the new members, and thanks to the members that's still been hanging around. Always appreciated. Now, I talk about spreadsheets, so we'll have a quick look at them. This is the main one, the high probability and Mod MACD combined, so high probability and Mod MACD. So this is the main spreadsheet. Quickly run through this. Obviously, this started on the 26th of June 2019, so near the end of the financial year, the start of the new one. And we're up to obviously the 23rd of the 12th. Here's my trades as I call them in the Facebook group. If you see blue like this, means they've closed out for profit. If you see this green looking color, it's close to a break-even sort of result. Yellow like this means there's been a partial close. These red boxes means against the moving average or higher risk trades. And I've just added this DIV, which stands for Divergence, which I've been adding. R for regular, H for hidden. If it's blank, there's none. I'll eventually go through all these trades and put some sort of divergence in. If you see this red, ugly red color, it means it's been a loss. So that's my spreadsheet. As you can skip up there, you can see the trades that are open, trades that have been closed, still a few open from months back. So a lot of trading happening. These are all the trades I call pretty well straight away at the time in the Facebook group. So all these trades are called live, or when I say live, I get on the charts generally at 6 a.m. here in Vietnam, and which is 1 hour after the New York candle open. I take my trades, write them down in my notebook next to me, then I post them in the Facebook group as taken. So it's within an hour, let's put it that way. So this is the second sheet that goes along with that. It shows individual pairs, how many pips, which is really not that important, and the dollars I've made. This is all based on a base lot of 0.02. You can see I'm in the poo with some pairs, like especially gold, USD, Swiss franc, pound yen's giving a bit of grief. Total pips, these are approximate total dollars. You'll see it's not entirely accurate because I've got open trades that are probably wipe out a lot of that, but we'll move on and we'll have a look at the charts. But one thing I want to show you just before I go into the charts that I want to go to this other platform, and I just want to remind you. Now, this is a quiet time of year, unless you're, I trade through this time of the year because I can, but at the moment it's Christmas. I'm by myself, so I've got no real family commitments or anything like that. So I got no problems. I can trade through. I don't have to be anywhere else. But just be careful. This is a historical daily chart. This is the pound USD. Now, this yellow vertical line, which will remain constant as I go through the pairs, is the last trading day of 2018. So that is the 31st of 12th, 2018. This first one was the first day of the first trading day of the year, and this spike down was the second day of trading of the year. Now that spike on this pair, which is the pound USD, was approximately nearly 200 pips. All right, so just be careful of that. And I'll just go right. This mainly happened on the Japanese yen pairs and Aussie and New Zealand to a certain extent. So if you have a look at the USD Japanese yen, this is the same. So this is 31st of December, 2nd of January, 3rd of January. This spike here on 3rd of January on the USD Japanese yen was 433 pips. Euro yen, same deal. Pound yen, big spike down. Swiss yen, same spike. So it's yen pairs. Now let's have a look at Aussie yen. Look at that. This is all on the same day. So that move there, 625 pips on the Aussie yen. New Zealand yen, same deal, same spike. We'll go have a look at the Aussie Swiss. Even on the Aussie Swiss, no yen involved. So it's obviously the Aussie. Not a huge, 216 pips. Big for that pair though. Where are we at? Aussie CAD. Let's have a look at that. Look at that Aussie CAD. So 420 pips. Here's the Aussie against USD. So what I'm saying is, guys, in that first week of trading, that's 375 pips. In that first week of trading, be careful. New Zealand spike, pound New Zealand. Look at that, huge move, pound New Zealand. So what I'm saying, just have your wits about you come the first low liquidity. Could happen again. Not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen again. All right, let's get on to my profile. This is the daily charts that we're looking at. Remember, the ones that are extended are the ones I've got trades on. The ones that are indented, like these ones, no trades on. So these are all the pairs I'm trading, alphabetical order, 28 currency pairs, and gold and silver, which I'm not even sure why. But anyway, let's move on. Pound yen. Now, keep in mind, got my pips to date down the bottom corner. I draw lines in to give me an idea. Red means bearish, so I normally draw divergence in. Grey lines means something I'm looking at. I didn't take this trade. It was a sell signal on the pound yen going back to the 17th of the coming into Christmas. Just wasn't going to take it. But you can see my divergence drawn in. It would have been a good trade, but didn't take it. USD CAD. When you see blue trend lines, normally just something that interests me. Here is like a double top. Here, there's a buy signal here. You can see I didn't take it. It just was, there's no divergence support, and the trend is technically down, even though it looks like it's going flat. I could have taken that trade, but then I thought it dropped straight away, so I draw this trend line in across here. I was looking for a break of this trend line to the upside. A couple of times it poked up, but it kept on having these ugly looking little candles. Today it's poked up, but we're in Christmas, so I'm not going to take it. It's a pair I struggle with, the USD CAD, but so no trades on there at the moment. Aussie CAD, I mean a couple of trades here. Now I originally you can read my notes. Normally I put these notes in chronological order. If I'm speaking too fast or you can't understand, just slow down the video with your settings or pause the video and read my notes. Generally blue lines, blue vertical and blue horizontal on the intersection is where I took a buy. Red vertical and red horizontal is where I took a sell. So here you can read my notes, took a buy, then took a hedge sell, because this was all based on hidden bullish divergence. So I'm going to hedge here. It didn't work out for me because there's your initial divergence. See the green trend lines, they're bullish divergence. So that's hidden bullish divergence. We've got lower lows on the oscillator, the MACD Platinum, and higher lows on price. So we took the buy, took a hedge sell. The MACD Platinum still below the zero level. Then it went straight against me. MACD's through the zero level. Now I'm just going to have to try and work my way out. I was hoping to get a buy signal so I could take a second buy and try and work my way out of this. Hopefully we'll break through this previous high here, which I'll extend a bit. Break through that high, look for a buy and take it up to the upside. This is a sideways movement, so it's pretty ugly, but it's a slow moving pair. So overall break even, NA, non-applicable, as hedged. So I'm locking in a loss here. Got a few pips on the table, getting a bit ugly, bit sideways, looking for a buy here, which I'll take for a bigger position and hopefully work my way out. You'll see it on other pairs. Now I'll start with my problem pairs. First one is Euro New Zealand. This thing has just been going down and down and down. As you can see, I'm in a buy, in a buy, in a buy, in a buy. It looks like I'm catching a falling knife, and you could probably correctly say I am. I have taken some profits off the table. I've got a few pips in the bank. My overall break even is this yellow dashed line. It's normally written somewhere like this, overall break even at that level, and what I'm either positively or negatively long or short, so plus 0.38 is my overall position size. You can read my 4 buy trades up there, position sizes. That's my overall break even. This thing's just been falling down, and look at the MACD Platinum's basically stayed below the zero level for probably the longest time in history. so I've ignored the sell trades here. I've already taken some sell trades off the table. It's very high risk, very high risk. Don't do this at home. No, I'm serious. This is high risk. I'm looking for another buy now and take it up. And if I take another buy, it'll be I might go with the same position size or a slightly higher position size. This will bring the overall break-even level down. This thing will eventually turn. Now, it may not, but it should. But it's a high risk. Overall, this is a high risk with no downside protection. But that's a big drop off. Drawing a trend line across here, looking for now some upside action. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe get down to this previous low here and bounce there and head back up. I don't know. Who knows? Remember, price is king, so we just have to go with that. We've got some divergence. Like I say, I draw these lines in. They haven't been confirmed yet, but I'd like to draw them in early so I can see what's coming up. All right, now move on to my next one. This chart looks like an absolute dog's breakfast. This is the CAD Swiss franc. You can read my notes. My overall break-even's up here. I've got buckets of trades on various. I started on this a while back here in September, and I probably should have got out of this somewhere in here. But anyway, I've created a nightmare. The good thing about this pair, slow moving pair, very slow moving pair, which you see, I say in every video. Look at this, it just meanders around. So I'm pretty confident all these trades are pretty tight, pretty close. I can slowly work my way out of this mess. And if you look in here, just in this little area here, I'll just make it bigger. In the last couple of weeks, that's just sideways action. Look at that. Down, up, 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 hardly up, down, up, not sure, heading down. It's does your head in sometimes. But it's a slow moving pair, as I said. You can slow the video down, read my notes, break even plus 0.26, which is up here, which, from the current price is only 120 pips. And we're talking about a daily chart here, so it's a slow mover. Well, we'll just see. And here's another one that caused me some grief. New Zealand CAD. My buy trades have been closed, hence I've got a few pips in the bank. Again, it's like the Euro New Zealand, higher risk. Here's my overall break even down here, and this one went negative, so we're on the wrong side again. This thing's been above the zero level too on the MACD Platinum for a long time, so it's obviously a New Zealand issue. My Kiwi friends, bro, but it's all good. It's a slow moving pair also, and just to get down to that break even level, which it's 225 pips, not a great deal on the daily chart, and it's one I can confidently work my way out of. Even you can see it's starting to turn up again on the MACD Platinum, starting to draw more divergence in there. Yeah, we just need another trade to the downside and try and clear some of this messy Aussie Japanese yen. Now I'm in two separate trades here. These are completely independent, I believe. Let's have a look. Took a buy. First one was a buy in here. It's gone up, and I think I closed. You can normally read high risk trade. Oh yeah, 13th of December, close 0.01, stop now at, so I've got a stop in place. And that was based on hidden bullish divergence originally. So there's your hidden bullish divergence. Drew this blue line in. That's just a possible resistance level, double top. I've taken a sell in here. This is a sell that was based on, you can see then regular bearish divergence. So you can read my notes. So that's sell. So these are two independent trades. It's not a hedge or anything like that. The MACD platinum's above the zero level. This is my overall break even, and price is just on the wrong side of it at the moment. So if I close both these trades now, I would take a small loss, but I've got a few pips in the bank. I'm overall break even at 75.453, and I'm minus 0.01 at the moment. So overall, I've got half a buy on and a full sell on, stops in place on both trades. So hopefully this will roll over. That's the Aussie yen. As long as we don't get one of those spikes we got last year, we'll be sweet. Euro CAD in a sell here. I can read my notes. Regular bearish divergence. Stop in place now below the point of entry. I've already closed half. It just went. I took the trade in here. Look at that. Just went ugly sideways for a week or so, and nice big candle down and sideways again. So not wasting my time here. It's not an easy pair to trade at times. So yeah. New Zealand USD, took a sell. I thought this was a pretty good trade. Regular bearish divergence. Heading towards my stop. So it's not going that well at the moment. I'm not going to hedge any of these regular divergences. I'll just take the loss. If I did say I got a buy signal today or whatever, I would just close that sell for a loss, then look for another sell opportunity, which will come eventually. In the meantime, I've got a stop in place, and price is going against me. I like trading in New Zealand USD. It's one of my favourite pairs to trade. Aussie Swiss. Looks like a lot of trades happening here. We had hidden bullish divergence. Hence on the original buy, hence I've taken some hedging positions. So I took a hedge sell, then it went straight against me, buy, so I took a second buy, and we had another sell. Now we're fully hedged at the moment, so overall break even. NA is hedged, got a few pips in the bank. You can read my notes on the trades, 1, 2, 3. Grey lines drawn here because there's a blue dot below the MACD platinum. I was hoping to probably get a buy signal this morning or the day before, didn't get it. So I'll take a third buy and try and work my way out of this. Very similar to, I think it was AED CAD or something like that. So it's all very tight, not too bad. Slow moving pair, Aussie Swiss. Euro Swiss, no trade on. Possible divergence setting up or double bottom. I've drawn these lines in place. There's been no confirmation. There's been no MACD platinum blue dot below the zero level, nor has there been a green QMP dot. So it's just potential setting up, no trades on. Swiss franc, Japanese yen in a buy back here. It's gone up nicely. That was based on hidden bullish divergence, which was here. You can see it, the green, remember the green, then followed by red. Now these haven't been confirmed yet, but this is possibly setting up for regular bearish divergence. Grey line is there, vertical line, because there's been a red dot above the zero line on the MACD platinum, which means I'm looking to sell. It's a Swiss franc, Japanese yen. The red dotted lines are my stop, so I've closed half and move my stop up nice and tight now because of this red dot. You can see the MACD starting to turn over, price is turning over. I'd expect a red dot on here any day soon. Now if I get it the next couple of days, I'm probably not going to take it. I'm just going to wait for the new year. No rush, got plenty of time, got all of the 2020s. Euro Japanese yen in a sell from a couple of days back, based on regular bearish divergence. You can see my lines. With using the MACD platinum, you're going to get plenty of divergence everywhere. Remember the MACD platinum's just a zero lag MACD. That's all. The only difference is it's not a standard MACD, it's a zero lag MACD. Now if you want to know what zero lag means, asking the wrong person. Best just to, if you want to know what it means, just Google zero lag moving average, and that'll take you to a few sites where it gives you a bit of a understanding what it is. I'm one of these people, like I always say, I drive a car, I know the basics how an engine works, but I don't need to know the nitty gritty. Like I watch TV, I know basically how TV works, but I don't need to know how it works intrinsically. Same goes for my indicators. I just know they work because I spend hours and hours and hours on historical charts and the simulator. So I took a sell in the euro yen, stop up here, heading down nicely. Now the MAs are tightening up. Whether it keeps on going down, who knows? I'll just keep an eye on this. If the MACD gets down to the zero level, I close out half, tighten up my stop, Not a bad pair to trade, the euro yen. I don't mind it. In a sell and in the profit just. Moving right along, USD, Japanese yen in nothing. It's been going sideways for a week or so. Again, possible double tops, possible double bottoms. It's just stuck on. This has been range bound. I don't mind trading this pair, but sometimes it can get ugly. At the moment, it's ugly. Potential sell setting up, but nothing to get excited about at the moment. And talk about unfavourite pairs, Euro USD in a sell here, based on either a double top or regular bearish divergence, whichever way I want to take, similar to the Euro Yen. We're slightly in profit. Took it a couple of days ago. Stop up here above all the highs. Yeah, a few pips in the bank, surprisingly. Aussie, New Zealand, two separate trades here. Sell all the way back here, and that's its stop there. So locking in lots of profit there, already closed half, etc. Got a few pips in the bank. Took a buy down here based on regular bullish divergence. So we had this move down on price and slight move up on the MACD platinum on the green lines. Put my stop down nice and low, which was obviously, if you see, move that along. See, so I took the buy in here. So most people would jam their stop right in here underneath this low here. I just give it a bit of wiggle room and see how prices come down, because that's where everyone puts their stop, and everyone knows that. So ideally, I'd want to put below this low here, but it's just too far away. So I'll put it down here. That's the initial stop. It's come down, come close, it's popped up. Now, whether it might still be turned into a loser, but at least it's maybe looked good for half a trade. So that's the Aussie. So in a sell, in a buy, overall break even is down. I think it's down a long way there, down there, and it's positives plus 0.01. So well and truly, by the time it gets stopped out, won't even get close to that overall break even. If it does get stopped out, then I'll keep on running the sell down. Now we're through the zero level in the MACD platinum, so if it gets another push up, I might just close this buy trade, or might close both trades and just start afresh. Ideally, look for this to pop up towards the MAs. Then looks like the MAs are rolling over, so price may roll over, but it's hard to tell. We try not to overthink. Pound Aussie, this is one of my Brexit nightmares that I've got to try and work my way out of. At the moment, I'm hedged. I've got trades everywhere. Sell, sell, buy, sell, buy. And this is in the election, so we had that spike up on the election and it just dropped again. So we're hedged at the moment, got a few pips in the bank. So the plan would be here to wait and get a new buy signal, because the MACD platinum's below the zero level. Get a possible buy signal, clear one of these sell trades, then look to take another buy trade and see if we can make some pips and just work our way out of this dog's breakfast. That's the plan. Euro pound, in no trades at the moment. You can see I've left all my divergence lines, probably get rid of all them. It got a bit messy leading up to the election. I was in a good sell trade and I was stopped out, so that's no big deal. Got a few pips. At the moment, the MAs are spreading to the downside. Prices come back into them, potentially setting up for divergence here, so on the downside, but price could keep on going up and those divergence lines become null and void. So at the moment that's hidden setting up for hidden bearish divergence, which would be good, but it may not pan out that way. Euro Aussie, not much happening on this. Got a few pips in the bank, which is good. It's not a bad not a bad pair to trade. You see, it has some nice little moves. Yeah, I've just drawn this blue aqua line in. That's just to say we've got some sort of support level here. Look, I'm not a big price action trader, but geez, it's just common sense. You got all these price action traders that talk about, resistance levels, support levels. Is it self-fulfilling or is it not? Like, because it's there, price does bounce. And I know this. Looked at enough charts. See, prices come down, even though it spikes through. And remember, it's a zone, not an actual price. So it's in that zone, in this zone, in this zone, in this zone. Now, this could just keep on dropping. There's nothing to say that it won't. But, and now, look at the MACD. It's below the zero level. So I'm looking for buys, but there's nothing to suggest a buy is coming up anytime soon. So I just draw these lines on the chart just to give you an idea where things are. I don't know. If I shrink this up a bit, let's go put crosshairs on, see if it, you could make an argument that this is the same area. All through here is the same area. Bouncing here, like, is it? Are we just making stuff up, drawing lines on the chart? I don't know. I digress. Aussie USD in a sell, and it's not looking that well, is it? All right. I haven't got a stop on this trade. I'm basing this trade on a possible, I think there was something very similar to this. Might have been the Euro USD double top, which I'm going to extend across now because it might become a triple top. It might not. So we've got this here. Then I drew this red line in, and here we have the red line here. So we've got hidden bearish divergence and double top on price. MACD platinum's above the zero level. Now it's turning up. Now this, I'm going to use a hedging technique on my hidden divergence setups. It works. I will work my way out of this eventually. I'm confident. I might go through a bit of pain in the meantime, but I'll work my way out of it. So that's why there's no stop on this one. So if I get a buy signal, I'll take a hedge. I might even consider all right. So I might not get a buy signal. So what I could do is possibly draw something like this. So a trend line across here. So say price goes up and I get no buy signal, but this red sell signal remains intact, then price breaks through that and get a clear break of that trend line. And this trend line can move clear, then I can take a second sell and trade down. So that's a Aussie USD in a sell and not looking at it. And if you see overall break even at POE, point of entry. Pound CAD in a sell up here. I've already taken half off the, that was a big trade. Yeah, I might have been the sequence of trades, and that one I was going leading into this. So I got a few, recovered some pips and added some pips. I was in negative, I think, and went to positive. So yeah, that was a forced sell at 0.10. I've closed 0.08. I put my stop just above the point of entry. Now I've still got 0.02 on. So what will happen here, as soon as I get a blue dot on the MACD Platinum, I'll take another 0.01 off and probably tighten up my stop. So at the moment, we're right. We're sweet. CAD Yen. Again, we've got this possible double top happening. We've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, hence the grey line saying early warning, look for sells in a buy back here. It's based on hidden bullish divergence. See, your stop would have been down here if you did have a stop. It went up, came against me, gone back up, came against me, then went back up. It's here. But now we've got to stop up here. We're locking profit. Trying to lock profit in. I've typed it right up because this to me is double top. I'm looking at, you could even make an argument that's a regular divergence on the downside. So we'll just put that in. So just make it clear for you. Not bad. It hasn't been confirmed yet. So I need that QMP filter to confirm. So there we go. Slightly higher highs on price. and lower highs on the MACD Platinum. Regular bearish divergence, possibly setting up a double top, similar to Euro USD and the Aussie. All right, moving right along, Pound Swiss. This is the only one I used the mod MACD on. I didn't take the last sell trade, and I probably wish I had, but it was just around that after election time and things are a bit unsettled coming into Christmas. I can just wait. No rush. It's just a fast MACD, which is the bonus system out of the basics book, my first book. And we'll wrap this up because everyone wants to go and celebrate Christmas Eve, no doubt. New Zealand Swiss franc in a sell back here, sort of started going in my direction and went against me, then started going back in my direction, get me excited, then gone back up and going against me again. My stops up here. I've got this possible buy setup happening. It's probably it's something I won't hedge because it's it's just regular bearish divergence, so I'm not going to get too carried away with them these days in hedging. But I'll just wait and see what happens. There's my stop. Yeah, it's not going the right way at all, is it? USD Swiss franc in a sell back here. Already taken half off the table. It's been a tough pair to trade in the last part of this year. Oh, just look at this, ugly, not the euro. At least I made a few pips in the euro, not on the USD Swiss franc. So I took a sell. I'll get a few of these pips back. I've already closed half, stop in place here. There was a buy signal here a couple of days ago. Didn't take it, just not enough to get me excited. No divergence, ugly pair to trade, coming into Christmas, wah, wah, wah. This blue line is parity, which means one US dollar is equivalent to 1 Swiss franc, 1.00, a big number in this pair. As you can see, I don't know how far, when we go back, see, he sort of gets to it a few times, bounces around it. I don't know if it's even goes back further. Yeah, look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Gets there and sort of stalls. You know, and you got to remember, governments don't want their currencies too strong or too weak, you know. So each currency's fighting to try and keep it within a certain range and what their sweet spot is, you know, for imports, exports, and all that sort of stuff. So that's the beauty about trading Forex. You're rarely going to go to zero unless you're trading some obscure currency that I've never heard of. You stick to those 8 main currencies that we all know, and generally, if one of those countries collapses, the world's in trouble. So, beauty about trading Forex. Pound New Zealand in nothing. I've been drawing this line. I've been going on about months on the video, and it broke, hits, hang around here, and eventually, bang, she's broken through. Took a while. Convincing break. So I might delete that line, and you might not see that one again for a long time. No trades. Pound USD. This is one of my high risk plays. I've closed out my buys. I've got a lot of pips and a lot of profit in the bank on this pair. It's high risk, super high risk. I've closed my buys. I'm in sells only, and we're heading down into the MAs. MACD Platinum still heading down. This is very risky around election time, etc. Brexit election. Now I want to try and work my way out of this. It's still a fair way down to the overall break even. 450 pips. No, look, it's not a huge amount on the pound USD, but it's going to take some work. I'm not lying. I won't lie to you. New Zealand Japanese yen in no trades at the moment. Potential setups happening. Gold and silver. Gold first. Doing my head in a heap of trades here. Market's been going sideways for a few months now after this big up move. Has it broken to the upside? I'm already hearing the gold bugs talk it up. You know, this after 2 candles would go up. I'm hedged at the moment. I'm down a few pips. It's a tough pair to trade sometimes. So the good thing is they're all pretty close, these trades. So I could just see if I get a sell, I might close one of these buys and just try and work my way out of it. See how we go. And silver, I'm in nothing at the moment. I did get a buy signal here. I didn't take it. I just didn't like the whole setup sideways thing. The MACD Platinum's close to zero level. Probably kicking myself now because it's gone up nicely, but so be it. I'm already positive in silver. And it's, yeah. So that's it, team. As that's it for the charts. So Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrate it, to you and your families. Enjoy the day, enjoy the family time or the time with friends, etc. Don't get too drunk, don't do anything stupid. I know sometimes it's a tough time for families when they all get together. And also, if you do like these videos, please subscribe, or at least hit the like button. Thanks to those people that have joined the group and been with me and Christina throughout 2019 and prior to that, obviously. It is appreciated. And yeah, so you're more than welcome to join the Facebook group, Telegram groups, or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I probably won't do another video until next year. So enjoy the new year also. Don't get too drunk. All right. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.